I've got a long piece today. We got 6 by 6 minutes. We're gonna alternate between two different pieces. The first one, if you have the opportunity to go outside, great, we're gonna do a run. If you don't have the option to go outside, but you do have a rower or a bike or another machine at home, then we can do the distance on that. The idea is that we do between 3 to 5 minutes of work on part A. We're going to show you guys an option for the people that have no equipment at home. So we got like a little high knee raises and butt kicks. I'm going to demonstrate that in a little while. That's going to be part of the warm-up too. The other piece over here, we got 3 different versions. So we got the RX, the scale 1, and the scale 2. Hi. We're going to do single leg Romanian deadlifts on the right, the same on the left. We're going to do pike presses, lunge, lunge, and a push-up. So for the warm-up today, we're basically just going to walk through what all these movements are and what the performance are going to be. So for the running, we're going to take that after we go through part B because that's the more complicated of the two. So the single leg Romanian deadlift, that can be done with or without a weight. Annie's going to demonstrate it without a weight. She is going to reach down towards the floor with the opposite hand of what's in the ground. She's going to try to reach back with the leg here, keeping a straight line and coming back up again. This is a slow and controlled movement. The slower you go, the harder it's going to be. It's not necessary to add a load. For me personally, I would go with the same weight as Annie. She's very, very good at this movement. So
pressure's on.
maybe pressure's on. Maybe on the first round or two, do it unweighted and then gradually go into something that is a little more challenging for you. The pike press is a variation of the handstand push-up. So we're going to go down, legs straight. We're going to have the hands slightly outside of the shoulders, and we're going to reach forward with the head to create that triangle. The important thing is that we don't do a half-assed push-up, so try to show a bad one. Yes, and then a push-up. All right, so we want to get that press almost as if we're doing a handstand push-up, but on the ground. Beautiful. Then we got lunges, left and right. Again, the slower we do this movement, the more challenging it's going to be. As we step back, we want to get a long drive backwards. So we got the knee and the heel in a straight line here. And as we stand up, we want to try to drive straight up into the ground. Try to show one that's scaled in a sense, where you lean your torso forward and push the hip up. That's perfectly fine if you start to fatigue, but let's try to keep the movement looking as good as we can for as long as possible. We are going to have a little bit of rest in these workouts or in these pieces, so make sure that we keep the quality of the training as high as we possibly can. All right, now we're going to do the variation for the running.
Yes. So we do kind of realize that you're not going to continue running just in place at home for 3 or 4 minutes.
If you do, please record it and send it in. I would love to watch that.
I'll be really proud of that. So what we're going to do today, we're going to do like a Tabata on the running. We're going to do high knees, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. Then butt kicks, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. So high knees, butt kicks, 2 times through, and then we're going to go into fast feet. And we're going to go into just running well. Running well, we're going to think relaxed ankles and pulling up straight in a straight line. So do that twice through. So it's going to be 4 minutes or full Tabata, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's going to be interesting. So you got the heart rate up a little bit just by doing that.
Yes, I do.
So for today, guys, we are going to go through just one round of what Annie just demonstrated here, and we're going to go through just a single round over here. No weight on any of these, but we're just going to go through the movements to kind of prepare before we get into the work. All right?
Full round, 20 seconds on, or just go?
Just do one on each. So not a double. So a half it's a better.
Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1, and go. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and relax. 10-second break. We're going to the butt kicks. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Make sure the breathing is nice and relaxed at this point. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Relax. All right, so now we're going to go into the fast feet. I'm going to cut you a little slack here. We're just going to go for 10 seconds instead of the 20. So I want you guys to go hard on these. Get as many steps on the ground as you can. If you're living in an apartment complex, step gently. 3, 2, 1, and go. 10 seconds. Fast feet, fast feet. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and relax. All right, the last one is just going to be running in place, nice and steady. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. That's it, nice and relaxed. Stay nice and tall. Make sure you breathe, associate the diaphragm and the rib cage. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Nice job.
Thank you.
All right, so we're gonna go into
like 3 of each.
3 of each? I was gonna say half the reps, but let's do 3 of each. So let's do 3 of the single leg Romanian deadlifts on the right and 3 on the left. So make sure you keep the hips level. So what we don't want to see is the hips to go out of sync here. We want them to stay straight. We're going to go down and back up for 3 good repetitions. That's it. And reach backwards with that foot. There we go. And change. That's it. Good job. And it might be a little bit difficult to keep the balance at first, but just move through this slowly. That's it. Nice work. Then we're going to go into the pike presses. That's it. Nice work. And 3 lunges on the right, 3 lunges on the left. Make sure the knee and the toe is tracking. That's it. Stay nice and tall. 2 and 3. Nice work. That's it. And finishing off with 3 push-ups. I'm going to tell Annie not to do those. We're going to make sure that this stays safe.
I do it on knees.
Do it on the knees? All right. Two and 3. All right, nice work. All right, so now's the time to get a little bit to drink. If you need to, we're going to start this in a minute or a minute and a half. We'll get some music going, and then we're ready to put in some work.
This is gonna be really hard.
It's gonna be super hard.
Woo.
All right, so remember guys, we don't want you to burn out on round number 1. We want to be consistent all the way throughout.
We're getting a long break though. So hard.
As Andy said, you are going to get a little bit of a break, but we have 6 total intervals. So let's play it a little smart on the first round through. That way we can gauge how fast we're able to go on the second and the third one. What we don't want to do is go out so hot that it's going to come down on the rest of the workout. 36 minutes of total work. We're going to be working for about half of that time, maybe a little bit more. So we're
going more rounds there.
looking at about like 20 to 24 minutes of work within that 36-minute window. So quite a bit of work, so let's be smart. This is all about the quality, especially on the strength piece over here. Over here, you can get to push it a little bit, get the heart rate up, and get sweaty in the living room. It's perfect. All right.
Starting out with high knees.
Here we go. Starting out with high knees. Here we go.
Just make sure they see it.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Here we go, the high knees, bring them up as high as you can. Focus on the breathing. That's it, nice work. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Shake it off, deep breathing. We're gonna move into the butt kicks in 3, 2, 1, and go. That's it, nice work. That's it. Focus on the breathing. Got 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Back to high knees. 2 full rounds, then we're gonna move to a different set of movements. 2, 1, and go. Here we go, 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Here we go. Last one on the butt kicks. 2, 1, and go. Bring the heels all the way up to the butt. Nice work. It should start to feel a good burn in the hamstrings. Calves should be nice and lit too. Want to stay light on our feet. And relax. We're going to move into fast feet. Now's the time to try to pick up the pace a little bit, guys. Get as many touches in that 20-second window as you can. And go. Here we go. We're going to move quick. We've got to move quick. That's it. Tap, 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 tap. Move it quick, move it quick. Punch those elbows back. Punch the elbows back. Nice job. Move those arms. 6 seconds. Continue to move all the way through the 20-second mark. 2, 1, and relax. Great job. Here we go in 5, 2, 1, and go. Nice and relaxed running. Heels are going in a straight line from the ground. Here we go, nice work. Two, 1, and relax. Nice job. Here we go. We got one more round. Fast feet. See if we can beat the score from the 20-second window before, and go. Tap those feet. Tap those feet. Quick, 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 quick. Notice how Annie is locking the arms at 90 degrees, punching those elbows back. Nice job. Don't slow down. Don't slow down. We've got 5 more seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Here we go. We got 20 seconds of running well in place.
Break after this. Here we go.
2, 1, and go. Here we go. Nice and easy. Keep the form the same. Lock those arms at 90 degrees. Punch the elbows back. Nice job. Keep it going, guys. Keep it going. 7 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice job. Got 2 minutes to gather our thoughts. Make sure we got all the equipment we need, whether it's a dumbbell or a kettlebell. If we're going to start with body weight only, that's also perfectly fine.
And if I have a hard time reaching the floor, maybe on this, put something underneath, or just go down to here.
It is also an option, as Annie's saying here, to scale the Romanian deadlifts. So we can go at a partial range. Just make sure that we still stay balanced, as we talked about before. Make sure the hips don't turn. The straighter we are, the more you dig into the hamstring, and that's what we're looking for in this movement. All right.
1 minute.
1 more minute, and then we start the rotation. So, as we said before, you have the option of doing 3 rounds, 2 rounds of 1 round, And as is written up here, the 3 rounds is going to be the RX, but I would prefer that you guys at home do this as well as you possibly can, especially the single leg Romanian deadlifts. It is a very challenging movement to do, not just strength wise, but also balancing wise. So if you rush it too much, it's going to be very hard to do. And you will not get the same out of the movement. So pay attention, especially on those, then we can start to pick up the pace on the pike presses, the lunges, and the push-ups. 30 seconds. So remember, we want to stay nice and tall on those Romanian deadlifts and reach back as far as we can with the opposite leg, the leg that's not in the ground. We're going to start with 12 reps on the right leg. And pay attention on those first couple of repetitions as balance might be an issue. 3, 2, 1, and go. We're going to do 12 on your own count, but I'm going to be counting for Annie. We're at 2, 3, notice how slow she lowers the weight towards the ground, loading up those hamstrings, making sure the hips are straight. The opposite arm is out to the side for balance. She stands up all the way tall. Notice how the foot is also working really hard in order to keep that balance. Think about pushing your big toe, your pinky toe, and your heel into the ground and grab a hold of the ground as hard as you can. As soon as you lose contact with your foot, the balance is going to go. So it's very important that we keep getting that feedback. Nice work. Great job. We're going to shake it off and we're going to switch to the other side if you haven't already done so. Finish the 12 and reach back with that leg. That's it. That's it.
I like thinking about to keep the balance. But if I'm doing it on my left leg, then I think about pushing my right hip down, because the tendency is the right hip is going to go up.
Exactly. We want to keep those hips level as much as possible. As Annie said, one of the things she thinks about when she does this movement is to actively push the hip of the leg that's going off the ground down into the floor. That way we get a straight line through here and we get to load up that hamstring the right way. There we go, nice and steady, looking good. Nice job. All right, we're off to the pike presses. Again here, it's a balance between time under tension and repetitions. So Annie will do these nice and controlled. Notice how she reaches forward and creates a triangle. I'll have you move a little bit closer here. I'm not sure if you're a little bit outside of the camera. There we go. Reach forward and come back up again. Annie's keeping her legs straight, pushing her hips almost on top of her shoulders. This is the harder way of doing this variation. The more of a distance there is between the hips and the shoulders in this direction, the easier it will be. Nice work. All right, we're gonna go into the lunges. So you can do these body weight only, or you can do them weighted as Annie's doing here. We're gonna finish all 12 on one leg before moving on. We're about halfway through the 6-minute window. Nice job. That's it. Strong work. See that front foot working hard to keep the balance here. Again, anytime we do unilateral work, it is going to challenge our perception through the foot. It's going to challenge our balance, and by doing so, also challenge our strength. Because if we're not in balance, we're not going to be able to fully utilize all the muscle tissue that we have to recruit. That's it. Nice work. So we're working both the quads and the glutes. We want to make sure that we press primarily through that front foot instead of assisting with the back leg. The only reason the back leg goes down and touch the ground is to keep balance. Get a little extended range of motion. Nice job.
I'm going to skip the push-ups.
We're going to move on to the push-ups. but Annie's gonna do air push-ups because she's so strong that she does not need to do any push-ups.
So this took me 4 minutes. Obviously you guys can do it faster, but I think it's gonna be harder to do the tempo. Then I'm saying not stopping on top. I just slightly tilt and go into the next movement. Continue moving. If you're done, I would say continue, even if you're not gonna get a full round. Do half a round more, whatever it is. You don't need more than, what, 1 minute?
About a minute, yeah.
Yeah.
I would say so. Because we want to make sure that we also keep the quality of part A as high as we can. It is primarily just to get the heart rate up, and I know running in your living room is a little bit of an odd thing to do for an extended period of time, but let's still put as much effort into it as we possibly can. It's going to be a great workout regardless.
And this is hard if you do this well.
It is very hard.
Hard.
It is very, very hard.
I love this. I feel like my glutes are on fire.
All right, we got 1 minute before we're back on part A. So you should be finishing up your part B now. Get a little bit of a break, grab a little bit to drink if you need to. Annie is jumping on that boat right there, so it's perfect. It's getting all nice and sweaty. So we're gonna go back into the Tabata style. High knees first and butt kicks. That's gonna be the first 2 rotations. Then we're gonna have the fast feet and the nice relaxed running.
I'll just do the first round of both.
Absolutely. So we're gonna have Annie just demo the first round. You guys get the general gist of it, what this looks like. Annie has already done 2 sessions today. It's kind of late in the day, so she's doing this as a recovery session. All right. We're at 10 seconds. Here we go. We got to get ready. Starting with the high knees, 20 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go. Here we go. Let's lock those arms in at 90 degrees. That's it. Punch those elbows back. We want to make sure the mechanics are as similar to outside running as we can possibly make them. We've got 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. 10 seconds rest. We're going to go into the butt kicks. Try on those butt kicks to see if you can lean slightly into it, get those hamstrings activated, and go. That's it. That's it. And when I say lean, we want to do what Annie's doing here. The whole body needs to lean into it and not just the upper body. We don't want to break at the hip. We want to generate force all the way through that tall torso and not bend. 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, Annie's gonna sit this one out. We got 1 more round, high knees and butt kicks. High knees going in 2, 1, and go. So Annie's gonna demo it here in slow motion with 1 leg. Here we go, guys. We got 10 more seconds, 10 more seconds. Here we go, pull those knees up high, pull them up high. We got 5 more seconds, don't get sloppy. Here we go. Fast touch, 2, 1, and relax. All right, we got the last one on the butt kicks, going in 5 seconds. Remember that lean we talked about, don't get sloppy. 2, 1, and go. Here we go, last 20 seconds on this before we go into the fast feet. Make sure that those heels come all the way up to the butt. Stay nice and tall, focus on the breathing. We don't want to get up too tight, too tense, spend too much energy on this.
Here we go, guys. 3
3,
seconds all the way through.
2, 1, and done. Nice job, guys. The next one is going to be fast feet. Remember, this is going to be 100% effort. Get as many touches as possible. 3, 2, 1, and go. Here we go, here we go. Fast, 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 fast. Move those feet, move those feet. That's it. Great job, great job. We got 3 more seconds. 2, 1, and done. Now we're gonna go into nice and relaxed running in place. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. Here we go. Lock those arms in, lock them in. That's it. Punch the elbows back. Heels a straight line from the ground. Pull them up underneath you. Make sure you focus on the breathing. Stay nice and relaxed. Don't get too tight in the midline. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Here we go. Back onto the fast feet. Get as many touches as you can. In 3, 2, 1, and go. Here we go, 20 seconds. Gotta move it here, gotta move it here. We gotta get the heart rate up, we gotta get the heart rate up. Here we go. Don't back down, don't back down. Keep those feet moving. It's gonna be heavy, but keep the feet moving. Let's go. All the way through. We got 6 more seconds. Come on. Come on, let's go all the way through. 3, 2, 1, and relax. One more. Nice and easy running in place. 3, 2, 1, go. Last 20 seconds. Make sure the form is good. Stay nice and tall. Move your arms. Heels in a straight line from the ground to up underneath you. Here we go. Here we go. Got 8 more seconds to go. Then we got a long break. Here we go. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Nice work, guys. Nice job. Hopefully at this point we are nice and sweaty. We're going to go into the second round of part B. The goal for this next round is not necessarily to get more reps than you did in the first round. As Andy mentioned before, going slow very often means that it actually feels harder, especially when it's something like this that's challenging the position and your strength in all of these somewhat new positions, something that you haven't really done a lot in the past. The single leg Romanian deadlift, it has a lot of qualities to it, so it's something that transfers very, very well into our deadlift. It transfers well into our power cleans, our snatches. It transfers well into running. So it has a lot of different applications. So focus on doing this as well as you can. And for some of you, it might be hard to get the full range at first. Hopefully, by the third round on B, it's actually going to feel a little bit better. Because now all of a sudden, all the ligaments, everything is feeling a little bit softer. It's easier for you to move. But that's the goal. That's what we want to achieve. If you want
to do it at the same pace as me on this one.
All right, so for this round, let's see if we can mimic Annie. So Annie's going to go a little bit slower than you might want to do at home, but let's see if we can do just that.
And then remember, every time I stop, I'm just like tilting and going. I'm not stopping and getting that full rest. I'm staying under tension the whole time and getting into the next one. It sucks.
So what Annie's saying there, sure, I'm not sure if you guys heard it at home, but we want to continue to stay under tension. So at no point throughout the 12 repetitions is she actually standing up tall and relaxed. She keeps herself under tension, which means that we're going to get a long time under tension, and that's really going to put stress on the muscle tissue, and it's going to make you huge. Here we go.
Make you strong at least.
10 seconds.
We're already halfway through.
Whether it's strong or huge, like your choice. Here we go. 2, 1, and go. Here we go. We're going to follow along. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 7. 1, 2, 3, 8. 1, 2, 3, 9. 1, 2, 3, 10. 1, 2, 3, 11. 1, 2, 3, and 12. We're going to do a quick change to the other leg. Try to follow the same pace of 2 seconds up, 2 seconds down. 1, 2, 3, 2. Notice how she's reaching back with that back leg as far as she can, keeping those hips straight. Remember to push the opposite hip down in towards the ground. Try to stay as level as we can. The weight, if you have one, and the foot that's in the ground is almost going to be in the same line as we get to that bottom position. If you don't have the flexibility and the control to get all the way down, you know what? We'll just do partial range, but we're still going to move slow and controlled. So as we move down, we also want to make sure we keep that weight close to us. So as you might be able to tell, Annie's keeping her lat activated, making sure that that weight stays close. Similar thing as when we're pulling something heavy off the ground, we want to make sure that weight stays in nice and tight. If it starts to get away, it's going to get real heavy real fast. 12 repetitions, nice job. Here we go. Let's try to see if we can do the same thing on the pike push-ups. Follow Annie's pace. So we're going to do a 2-second down. 1, 2, and we're going to press up. 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 5. 1, 2, 6. 1, 2, 7. 1, 2, 8. 1, 2, 9. 1, 2, 10. 1, 2, 11. 1, 2, and 12. Nice work. All right, we're going to go into the lunges. We're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to try to see if we can mimic Annie's tempo. So it's going to be nice and slow and stand. So it's going to be a 1, 2, stand. 1, 2, stand. Nice work. So what we're doing here is spending a little extra time in the eccentric part of the movement. The eccentric part means the lengthening of the muscle tissue. So what we're doing here is just creating a little more shear and a little more pull in the tissues that we're working right now, which is going to create a stimulus for that muscle tissue to grow, for us to get stronger. So instead of just rushing through these, which would also produce a great stimulus, just a different stimulus. We should be done with 12 now. Today we're going to focus on a more steady and more controlled effort. There we go. We want to make sure that we're pressing straight out of the bottom. We don't want to let the chest drop. You will automatically stay a little more upright when you have an external load, because if you start to move around, all of a sudden that external load gets off the center of mass, and that makes it really hard for you to control it. But if you're doing it body weight at home, try to just focus on staying as upright as possible. A way for you to enforce that upright position is to try to extend the lever up overhead. So you can, if you have a weight, reach up. If you don't have a weight, you could just do it with your arm, because then any kind of movement, we should be done by 12 at this point, any movement will be exaggerated when you're further out. All right, we're going to go into the push-ups. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to try to go down slow. So do a count of 2 on the way down. Go up as fast as you need it to be. If you need to change the movement and go down onto your knees, that's perfectly fine. We're looking more for time under tension and good movement patterns to create that stimulus. Here we go.
Finish up those 12.
1, 2, up.
And then
1, 2,
maybe do 12
up.
and 12 again. Of the
How long do we have on the
time.
timer?
Relax.
Got another 10 seconds before we reach that 1-minute rest. Let's finish up the push-ups. Here we go. Focus on doing everything as well as you possibly can, guys. Here we go. Finish up the push-ups. Squeeze out a couple more, and then we got 1-minute rest before we go into the last and final 6-minute piece of running in place with Frederick and Annie. Maybe we should do this like
a really good workout, though.
It's a really good workout.
I thought it was going to be a little bit boring, but it's pretty darn good.
It's great. All right. So, guys, we now have a pretty good measure of how hard these are supposed to be, how hard they can be, but on this final round, I want you to challenge yourself a little bit at home. So we're going to try to go just a little bit harder. So on round number 1, on the high knees and the butt kicks, we are going to blast it as hard as we can. Then on the second round, we're going to back it off a little. So on the third round, when we get into the fast feet and the running in place, then we can really put down the hammer.
Going in 5.
5 seconds. Here we go. 2, 1, and go. Fast, 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 fast. Here we go. This is 100% effort. We want to go fast. We want to go fast all the way through, all the way through. We're 10 seconds. Here we go, all the way through the 20 seconds. Let's go. Let's go. Pull those knees up high. Knees up high. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. That's it. We're going to do full effort on the butt kicks as well. 20 seconds, full effort going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Let's get some. Let's get some. Here we go. Let's get that lean. Want to keep the eyes on the horizon, the chest tall, slight lean through the hips. That's it. Keep those feet moving. It's going to be light on our toes, light on our toes. Here we go. Keep them moving. Hamstrings might start burning, but we're going to go all the way through. 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, this next round, we're gonna go at an 80% effort.
And go.
And go, here we go.
Push it, last time high knees.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. We're still gonna go hard. We're not gonna go nearly as hard as on round number 1, but we wanna keep those knees moving. Wanna keep pulling them up. Make sure you stay nice and tall. Continue to breathe. And relax. Here we go. We got one more round of butt kicks. The last time we do butt kicks today, so let's make them count. 2, 1, and go. Here we go. 20 seconds of butt kicks. That's it. That's it. Bring them all the way tall. Bring them all the way tall. Want to make sure that we stay nice and upright. Continue to breathe. Because you know, like as soon as this one is done, we are going to go as hard as we can on the fast feet. 2, 1, and relax. Here we go. Get our minds right. Here we go. This is it. This is it. We're going to go as fast as we can for 20 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go. Fast feet. Here we go. Lock those arms in. Punch those elbows back. Here we go. We've got to go as fast as we can. 20 seconds is a long time. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Move those arms. Quick feet. Stay light on the toes. Light on the toes. Punch the elbows back. Elbows back. Look straight forward and breathe. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 2, 1, and relax. Nice work. We got one more at full intensity. So this running well. Stay nice and upright. We want to be powerful and go. That's it. Make sure those mechanics are picture perfect. Want to punch those elbows back. Stay nice and tall. That's it. Nice work, guys. We got 8 more seconds to go. 8 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Here we go. Final round. Final round.
Fast feet.
Let's go on the fast feet in 2, 1. Let's hit it. Here we go. Here we go. Let's move these feet. Let's move them. Let's move them. It's the last 20 seconds of hard work that we have today. Let's go. We're already 7 seconds in. Already halfway. Let's go. Let's go. Keep moving those feet. Come on. Finish all the way through. Finish all the way through. We only got 5 more seconds to go. Get as many touches in as you can. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 2, 1, and relax. Nice work, guys. Here we go. We got one more 20-second interval. Just running well in place in 2, 1, and go. That's it. Get the heart rate under control. Make sure the mechanics are good. Make sure you punch those elbows back, knees nice and tall. Want to be relaxed. Relax the traps. Make sure you breathe. Let the shoulders move. Here we go. We got 3, 2, 1, and relax. Nice work, guys. That's it. Well done. So who knew that running in your living room could be this hard, huh?
It works, man.
It works.
It's great.
So if you live in an apartment complex, go downstairs and ask if...
No.
No.
Stay away from people.
Okay. Maybe through the
Don't
peephole.
care.
Send an email. Or maybe like bottle post to their balcony, something. Hopefully this won't annoy anybody. At 5 o'clock you can make as much noise as you want. All right.
Some music and just go.
That's the thing.
Do it faster or go steady again?
Let's try to mix it up and let's try to see if we can still move with purpose and intent with good movement patterns, but try to see if we can pick up the pace a little bit. It's definitely going to be a different type of stimulus if we move fast through the Romanian deadlifts, because it will challenge your balance even more. Moving fast through things, you're going to need to be a lot more coordinated. Let's see if we can avoid moving the foot that we're standing on, not jump around too much.
It's not going to be fast.
If you lose your balance, then that's perfectly fine, but let's try to move at a pace where we can regain control, regain balance without having to move the foot.
I slightly bend the knee that I'm standing on.
Yeah, so as Annie's saying here, she has a slight bend on her knee, making it easier for her to control the activation of the glute and the quad and the hamstring in turn as well.
This is what I feel the most. Glutes.
So you want to feel the hamstrings and you definitely want to feel the glutes as well. All right, we got 22 seconds and we start the last and final round. So before, we just managed to finish a round, so now picking up the pace a little, we should be able to get at least a good stretch into the second one. Here we go. Let's get ready at home. 2, 1, and go. That's it. Notice how she's still not standing all the way tall. She stays under tension. She's moving faster than before. So there's a little more dynamic loading, and the change of direction will challenge the balance a little bit. But she's doing very well. But as you might also notice, the front foot is actually not working nearly as hard as it was before. She's got very good movement patterns, got great mobility. This is a good movement for her, and she's executing it very, very well. Here we go. She almost missed that one. Good thing it wasn't 13 reps. Here we go. 12 more on the other leg. Want to make sure we still move well. So give it a little extra spice. You can try to squeeze that glute as you get to the top. In case you weren't feeling the pump already, then that's a great little cue. Still focus on pushing that big toe, the pinky toe, and the heel into the ground. We want to claw our way into the ground, making sure that we're in control all the way throughout. Here we go, on to the pike press. Want to make sure here that we still do these well. We want to make sure that head goes forward and we create that tripod position. So Annie is now up on her toes, putting even more of the weight on her shoulders. The further forward the hips go compared to the head, the harder this movement will be. The more parallel to the floor you are, the easier it will feel. It will be more chest rather than shoulder dominant. So find the scaling that works for you. Challenge yourself in the living room. That's it. Nice work. We're going to go into the lunges. We're going to pick up the weight. If you want to do a weight, or we're going to do the body weight, that's perfectly fine as well. Same thing here. We're going to try to pick up the pace ever so slightly. So we're going to do that step backwards. And he's going to finish all 12 repetitions on one leg before changing on to the other. Again, it just adds time under tension because that right side that she's working right now is constantly going to be loaded throughout the entirety of those 12 repetitions instead of alternating. So you can also play around with that external load, having a crossbody or same side. There's a lot of different ways to challenge yourself with these unilateral loading patterns, whether you have the weight overhead or in a front rack or in a goblet position. Like, there's a lot of different ways to challenge how you produce force through that single leg. Everybody knows that pistols are one of the hardest things we do in CrossFit, and it puts a lot of stressors and a lot of challenges both with mobility, balance, and strength. We're gonna go into the air push-ups, and Annie is crushing it. So fast, so strong, and she got it done in less than 3 minutes. But that also means that she's got 3 minutes to get through another round. Here we go. It will be tight. Here we go. Let's go. Let's get this. Here we go. She's going to go back on top to the Romanian deadlifts. She's going to start on the right. So that second round is probably going to feel a little more spicy than the first round. That's perfectly fine. Still move at your own pace. Make sure the movements are good and controlled. Continue to reach back with that back foot. Keep the arm out for balance. Keep the foot clawed into the ground. Make sure the hips are level. As we talked about before, drive that opposite hip down towards the ground to avoid any kind of rotation. I know it's very tempting because it's going to feel easier, it's going to feel lighter. You think you're going to be able to move faster, which is also true, but you are not getting the most out of the movement. There we go. So just drive that opposite hip into the ground. That's it. Nice job. There we go. At this pace, at this point, we should also be breathing a little heavy. I can hear Annie like gasping a little bit for air. That's great to get that nice mixture of strength and conditioning. Hands are placed slightly outside of the shoulders. The head is moving forward, creating that triangle. She's up on her toes again, really challenging the precision, adding more load to the already fatigued shoulders. Do the same thing at home. Challenge yourself. Make sure that midline is nice and braced. Don't break through the middle. It's going to take a lot of power away from the shoulders. We're back onto the front rack, alternating lunges, which are not alternating. Time under tension, making sure that all 12 are done before we move on to the other leg. So you could say it's 12, alternating every 12, right? You
That's
could,
just silly.
you could, but you probably shouldn't. All right, there we go. Got to stay focused here. The second 12 reverse lunges. Get a nice burn on the quads and on the glutes.
It's starting to be tempting to use the back leg.
That's it. We want to make sure that we prioritize that front leg. Use the back leg as little as possible. Really challenge yourself to drive all that force through the front leg and not get tempted. That's it. Nice work. Here we go. Then we only have the 12 air push-ups remaining.
You're not doing air push-ups.
Here we go.
Go on your knees if you have to. Stay straight, tight, strong lockout.
Here we go. We're almost there. We got 14 more seconds. 13, 12, 11. Let's go. Let's go. Every single repetition. Just squeeze it out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you are done. Great work, guys. You just did a lot of work.
Yeah.
That was not a lot of rest. You had what, 6 minutes here where you were standing around, and then less on the other. So that's a good amount of work. Nice and sweaty.
Thanks for joining in, guys. Thank you for letting me do this with you. I feel like I'm actually a part of the gym still by doing this. So we're gonna keep it up. By the way, I'm very excited about the workout that we're going to do on Friday. I'm like really excited. All right. Thank you.
More good things to come. See you tomorrow.